Morning, Joey Sauce, the boss, Con Confidential. We're out here on a fabulous 21-degree day. Probably gonna be a 16 to 18-hour day, all in with driving and whatnot. One of the things that I did is I hired a car for the day, right? And not so I can sit here and talk to you, but so that I can function, right? The first drive in the morning is about 2.5 hours. Then it's a potential hour to 2 hour walkthrough. Drive to the next one is 30 minutes. Hour to 2 hour walkthrough. Drive to the next one. You get the gist. Every so often, when I know I'm going to have a long day out, even if it's during the holidays, this happens a lot where we're going to be with customers and whatnot for the entire day. We'll take a car so that we can function throughout the day on email, on taking calls, and really still being able to get to and from everywhere and focus on, getting the job done throughout the day. So we're going to do a site walk. Today we're going to do 4, hopefully 5 of the 8 hospitals. That would be my goal, is to get 5 of them knocked out today. 2 of them I've already done, and then I only have 1 left to do. So yeah, excited to add this on to the portfolio. Look to start hopefully by March at the latest. Right, so twofold. I got to walk all 8 of these hospitals. I got to take all of my notes, and I got to put our plan of action together and the contract. I can't talk about pricing enough because if a station costs X, and let's say you add a percentage to it, then you also got to include the labor and a lot of stuff that people I talk to. One of the biggest pieces in including labor that we don't think of is the true amount of labor put into it, right? So if you get, like, how long does it take you to set up a rat bait station? How long does it take you to set up a mouse bait station? How long does it take you to set up the tin cat? What does setup consist of, right? Rodent bait station, severe infestation, how many pieces of rodenticide are you putting in there? You're putting 24, you're putting 48, whatever the bait station says, right? The rodenticide says is the max you can do. Are you putting 48 or are you putting 24? And I'm just using those numbers because they have. And then how long does it take you to open that bait station, secure 24 or 48 pieces of bait, and then close it? Should be calculated, right? Let's say it takes, just for simple math, to open the bait station, secure 48 pieces of bait, and close it, takes a minute. That's 48 minutes you need to add to your initial setup time of somebody doing that. Even if you have someone at the office that will go downstairs and do that for the technician, it's still 48 minutes of labor that you need to account for and calculate into your labor situation. Another labor piece that you need to calculate for is scanning, right? It's not just how long does it take to go and check this device, but the checking of the device is also the scanning of it. Walkthroughs are so important. Like, a lot of people will say, can't you just do it off square footage? And the answer is no, not really, because we need to see everything, right? What the place that I walked yesterday was, I don't know, it was a couple 100,000 square foot hospital, but going off the square, and sometimes I ask for like a stackable, or like if you could read blueprints, maybe you could do it on blueprints, but on one floor yesterday, there were 6 pantries, right? And those 6 pantries were all full-blown pantries for staff and or patients and visitors. So you got to focus on that, right? If where are the pantries? How many are there? What size are they? What's in them? That's part of how you're going to figure out the service. So to say the site walk or site assessment is important is an understatement.